Hey everybody, it is Tony and Susie here from Millers on the Move, and we are in Hollywood at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, and today is the Day of the Dead.
Okay guys, we're over here at Paul Reubens' marker now. We're just gonna tell you a little bit about the great Paul Reubens. One of the characters he was known for, definitely the most famous, was Pee Wee Herman. And he's buried right here in Hollywood Forever. And we brought a little replica of Pee Wee. And Susie's gonna tell you about that and a little bit about Pee Wee.
Yes, okay guys, sorry I'm a little emotional. So we've seen a lot of graves over the years and only two have I cried at. And Kevin DeBrow of Quiet Riot was one and Paul Reubens was the other. That one's like tough for me. So this is my little Paul Reubens action figure from Pee Wee's Playhouse. And so I brought it just so I could sit it here. He's going back home. He sits on my wall in my office. So Pee Wee's going back home. Let's see, maybe I'll just set it like this, just for the time being. But you guys, oh, I love Pee Wee Herman so much, which is Paul Reubens. Pee Wee was his character. Paul was born on August 27, 1952 in New York. His dad was an auto salesman. His mom was a teacher, and he actually had two younger siblings, a brother and a sister. As a child, he loved Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey's circus, and that's where he got the influence for his work. At 5 years old, he asked his dad to build him a stage where he would act out plays, and in the 70s, he actually began performing in comedy clubs. This is so interesting. How did he come up with the name Pee Wee? Pee Wee was a brand of tiny harmonicas called the Pee Wee harmonica. And Herman came from a boy he knew from his childhood that he said was super energetic. Hence the name Pee Wee Herman. It was born. The first small gray suit that he ever wore was handmade for Growling's director and founder Gary Austin, who passed it on to Pee Wee. Finally, the red bow tie, he said someone handed him before a performance. The rest was history. His first self-titled show, the Pee Wee Herman Show, sold out for 5 months straight in the 1980s. Then in 1985 came my personal favorite, Pee Wee's Big Adventure. Now I can't do it great, but I'm going to try it for you. Ha ha! Ha ha!
Good Pee Wee.
I try. I love you, Paul. In 1992, he starred in the cult classic Buffy the Vampire Slayer alongside of Rutger Hauer, Luke Perry, Donald Sutherland, and Christy Swanson. He stole the show. He was so good that we didn't even recognize that it was Paul at first. He went on to star in many other movies, including more of the Pee Wee movies. He was also awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1989. Paul was truly one of the most beloved actors in Hollywood. We are here today to pay our respects to the great Paul Reubens. On January 30th, 2023, our worlds were rocked by the announcement that Paul had passed away at the age of 70 at Cedars-Sinai in Los Angeles. He had been diagnosed 6 years earlier with leukemia and lung cancer, but completely kept it private from the public. The immediate cause of death was acute hypoxic respiratory failure. Right before Paul passed away, he wrote his own death statement to be released upon his passing. And I quote, "Please accept my apologies for not going public with what I've been facing the last 6 years. I have always felt a huge amount of love and respect from my friends, my fans, and my supporters. I have loved you all so much and enjoyed making art for you. Pee-wee, we all love you so much too. Rest in peace, Paul, and thank you for the years of joy and entertainment that you will still continue to bring through your legacy of movies. We love you, Paul.
Love you, Paul. Love you, Pee-wee. Rest in peace.